Since the world has changed a lot, and not always for the better, interviews feel more intimidating than ever, especially if you're an introvert. The room is quiet, the interviewer is staring, and suddenly your mind goes blank, like you've forgotten how to speak human. If you're honest with yourself, you've probably bombed a few interviews because of that inner voice screaming, just survive this. Every job hunt rolls around, and we tell ourselves, this time I'll nail it. Except you didn't last time, and you won't next time either, unless you force yourself to shine. So spare me a few minutes, and I'll give you the 3 real secrets to make even the most introverted person light up in an interview. But quick disclaimer, I'm not here to pump you up with fluffy affirmations like just be yourself. That's a sugar rush. I'm giving you tools, perspective, and a gentle kick to actually stand out, for real. I'm not going to be too hard on you. I know you've been trying, or at least you think you have. Maybe you rehearsed answers in the mirror but froze when the real questions hit. Or you nodded along silently while extroverts dominated the room. See, trying isn't enough if you're half-assing it. You're not failing because you're introverted, even though, yeah, it feels unfair sometimes. You're failing because you're waiting for the interviewer to magically pull brilliance out of you. But they won't. You've got to align yourself with the role. And to do that, start where it matters most, your preparation. You're probably used to saying, I'm bad at talking. But that's funny because you talk to yourself in your head all day. You had time to overthink every possible rejection scenario yesterday. Time to scroll job postings endlessly because research. Time to stare at your resume thinking about how unqualified you feel. Did you see it? You have the skills. You're just bad at showcasing them. If we do the math, a typical interview is 30 to 60 minutes. Plenty of time to shine if you're strategic. But most introverts waste it on nerves. 10 minutes fidgeting, 20 minutes giving short answers, and the rest regretting it later. Now ask yourself, what am I doing with that time? If you can't answer without cringing, you've found your problem. Look, we live in an era where you can prep for literally any interview for free or close to it. Feel like practicing small talk? There are apps, YouTube mocks, and even AI chatbots that'll simulate the whole thing. Want to nail behavioral questions? Platforms like LinkedIn Learning or free Reddit threads have templates that'll walk you through it. So why are you using your energy to worry instead of level up? Or, hey, clicking subscribe below if this hits home. Technology isn't the enemy here. You are. Your introversion is a strength. Quiet thinkers often give deeper answers, but if you treat it like a curse, it'll curse you right back. But even then, tools are useless without a plan, which brings us to the 3 secrets. These aren't vague tips. They're systems to make you show up confident on the days you feel like hiding. Systems are the boring routines that get results. They're what separate the introverts who get offers from those who talk about getting offers. And while we're at it, let's address the ugly truth. Interviews aren't supposed to feel easy for introverts. It's repetitive practice when you'd rather read a book, saying no to distractions so you can rehearse, putting in effort when no one's watching. The grind isn't fun. It's necessary. And the sooner you stop expecting every answer to flow naturally, the sooner you'll start landing jobs. Of course, the grind doesn't have to be old school. Times have changed. Recognize the potential in simple tweaks. But you know what else is massive? We're in the most introvert-friendly prep era ever. No excuse for walking in unprepared. You want to shine? Free mock interviews exist. You want better body language? Tutorials on that too. Do you see it now? You're not struggling because you're quiet. You're struggling because you're not grabbing these tools. And no, reading job advice isn't the same as practicing it. Stop being a passive consumer of tips and start being an active participant in your career. That said, there's still one myth introverts cling to: balance. You've been sold this idea that you can prep lightly without sacrificing your comfort zone. Work, rest, growth, all perfect. Actually, it's overrated. If you want to shine badly enough, let other things slide for a bit. That doesn't mean burning out, but it does mean prioritizing practice like your dream job depends on it, because it does. You're not going to ace interviews by squeezing prep into Netflix breaks. It needs to be front and center. Now, the 3 secrets to make even introverts shine. First, master the power of scripted authenticity. Saying just wing it is cute, but what's your plan? Track common questions like tell me about yourself and craft a 1-minute story that highlights your strengths without rambling. For introverts, this system means rehearsing out loud. Record yourself, tweak for natural flow, automate it. Use a note app to bullet your key points. Practice daily for a week. It's boring repetition, but it turns nerves into confidence. The grind here is saying it 10 times when you'd rather not. But embrace it, and you'll answer like a pro, not a deer in the headlights. Second, hack your body language without faking extroversion. Introverts often shrink, crossed arms, avoiding eye contact, like you're hiding. But systems fix this. Mirror open postures, uncross arms, lean slightly forward. Practice power poses for 2 minutes pre-interview to boost testosterone. Yeah, science backs it. Schedule it. Set a timer for daily mirror practice. It's not exciting, it's repetitive stares at yourself. But do it, and interviewers see confidence, not shyness. No more waiting for vibes to align. Force them. And third, flip questions back to show curiosity. Introverts hate small talk, but what's your system for engagement? Prep 3 to 5 thoughtful questions, like, what's the biggest challenge your team faces? It shifts focus, lets you listen more than talk. Track them in a doc, practice delivery. The grind here is role-playing with a friend or AI when solitude calls. It's saying no to silence so you can connect. Prioritize this, and you stand out as insightful, not awkward. Am I really trying? It's easy to say you're prepping, but are you? Or just dabbling? There's a difference between effort and consistent effort. One gets you callbacks if lucky, the other transforms your job hunt. Be honest, if you're not shining in interviews, is it because introversion dooms you or because you're not fully locked in? You can't half commit and expect full offers. I'm not perfect. I've bombed interviews too, but I can say I'm the best interviewer I've been because I stopped waiting for ease and started forcing shine. If I could, what's your excuse? I mean, we're not so different. Look, this is your wake-up call. I'm not ending with cheese like you've got this. You might not. That's up to you. But if you lock in with these systems, your next interview can be the one where you stop saying, I'll do better next time, and start saying, I nailed it. The job market is gray and competitive, and that sucks. But you're thoughtful, strategic, adaptable, and most of all, a total cutie pie. You can shine and bring some color back to your career. So, are you in or bombing the next one, too? You tell me.